Good morning guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. It's Gav aka Baytech, and in this video we're going to get round to weighing the RX7. It's been a couple of years now since we weighed the RX7, so it's going to be interesting to see the weight difference with the VR6 all-wheel drive setup. Now, if you'd like, comment down below what you think the weight is going to be of the car with the full VR6 engine in it. Bear in mind it is a heavy block and the four-wheel drive system, so again, very heavy box. So currently we are single turbo as well, and we have nitrous. Now before we get into this video, a lot of these are going to skip here, we'll have a little update of what the car's been up to, what we've been doing with the car, and what testing has been happening. You've probably seen the last video, car doing 9.1 seconds, 166 mile an hour. Not too much has changed other than the turbo. The new turbo that's on the car is a G45, sorry, that is wrong. It's a GXR45, so it's a brand new Garrett style turbo. These are a class legal turbo and they're designed for high boost. You know, the compressor map on this turbo itself starts over a bar towards 2 bar of boost before this thing starts to party. However, your older GTX style, like GTX 45 and GTX 42 turbos, around about a bar, these will start making some decent numbers. However, these need to be around about 2 bar and upwards before it starts partying. And I have tested it on the road. It is laggy. It is laggy. However, when that thing comes on song, oh my god, the whole setup erupts. It's insane. Earlier on in the week I was out doing some testing, trying to get the nitrous working for the trans brake. You know, with this thing having a B58 torque converter, which is modified, and such a big turbo, I need to use nitrous to spool the turbo up to bring enough torque in the engine to slip the trans brake and let me ping out the hole. So the issue I've been having, I need to do some more research, but I think the Turbolamic TCU has actually been activating clutches during the trans brake, and now the box is melted during a trans brake test. It's completely locked up, the lock-up clutches in the torque converter, and God knows what else it's done to the box. Now that's like a brand new box to me, so I'm not the best pleased with it. However, fuck about and find out, and we've definitely fucked about and we've definitely found out. So I thought just now would be the perfect opportunity to get the car into the garage, weigh it, and then begin the whole wiring strip down of this car. We're going for some mad electronics in this car now. Still max ECU, we've got a prototype ECU, a PDM, a keypad, all sorts of cool shit going on. And I might put an 8HP 70 valve body in this gearbox and run the whole car on max ECU. But that'll do for introductory talking anyway. Let's get the jacks and the weighing scales. We'll jack this thing up and we'll see where this car comes in at. My guess is around about 1,350 kilograms. So these are the scales we're going to be using. These are STRs and STR ProLink scales for the car. As you can see, I have it jacked up just now, front and back. And what I'll do is I'll wire it all in, we'll zero it, and then we'll lower the car down. This bunny girl. Oh, you're an ugly wee mutt just now, aren't you, with your haircut? You look like Jar Jar Binks from Star Trek, or what's that called again? Star Wars. It's bunny girl. See, darling. It's my helper today. Gonna come out here black. I would like to give a thanks to Dale Hewson, Hillbilly Racing Boys, the Hillbilly Racing team, for giving me a shot of their STR ProLink. Much appreciated, because these things are not cheap. Like, they are expensive, like I say. So yes, I appreciate you boys, thank you very much for that. Now let's get the wires run out in these things, all the wires, and get hooked up, zero out the scales, and let's see what she weighs. Okay, so let's power this thing up. Oh, is it a long? Oh, there we go, a long press. STR. And Okay, there we go. So we're at 0 just now. Well, we'll 0 this anyway, because the car's off them. And I'll put my foot on this one here, see if we can see anything move. There we go. No, there's this one here, front right. Good. Whoo! This is the exciting part. So, you get my camera set up for you, and we'll lower this side down, we'll lower the front down, and we'll have a wee look together at the weight. So before we weigh this, all you guys in the forum, the rotary boys and stuff, you know, I'll say this before we put it down because I look like a right tit. Good to look like a right tit. But the enthusiasts say you cannot put a piston engine into an RX7. And one of the reasons is it destroys the 50-50 weight distribution of the car. However, my argument to this is it was 50-50 weight distribution if you have kept it completely stock. No changes of bumpers, wheels, nothing. Twin turbos, AC, spare wheel in the boot, the tool pack, absolute everything. And you need to be an average height, average weight Japanese man. Now, if you ain't that, you ain't 50-50, so you can keep that sort of opinion to yourselves. However, I would be very interested to see the weight bias between front and back. I have been conscious recently to put all the weight to the front, as much weight as I can, the turbo and everything slinged right over the front wheels. Reason for that is to try and stop it from wheeling. So, it'd be interesting to see when we lower this thing down where the weight is. Hopefully it's over the front. Hopefully. It would be nice if it was right over the front. I'm not too worried about the 50-50 weight distribution thing, so let's get her down, boys. Okay, back is down now. We shall lower this one as well. See our wee air gap. So let's bring her down and see what she weighs. Right, jack is off. And we're going to see this together, lads. 1,306 kilograms. Fuck me, that's lighter than I thought it was going to be. 1,306 kilograms. And look at the weight. That is a crack. It's like, what's this? It's right, oh god, it is. It's heavier in this corner here compared to this one. But I think if I sit in the car, that wouldn't be it. Maybe actually I should sit in the car and then we could see how it looks with my weight in the car. But this is how it is just now. Completely unfucked with, suspension all high at this side and low here and all over the shop. And there's near enough 50-50 weight distribution just sitting there, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to balance you guys here. And I'm going to jump in the car. And we'll see how the bias works with me in it. So, did you count? And how bad is it? How bad is it with my farts in the car? So this video isn't so much the strip down of it, however it just gives us a good base on what the car weighs before I start making the car lighter. Why the looms and everything are getting stripped out and stuff, and we're going for a fancy PDM, so that might add a little bit of weight, but then again it might remove it, so it's good to have a base point. So we'll try taking out this bottle out. We'll take the fire extinguisher out. I'll leave a water method in there just now. Some race code bearing stickers. And we'll see what's that. I'll maybe pulled a couple of kilograms out it. Oh! We're already down at 12.94. Now, when you're at the level where you're making 1-to-1 power to weight ratio, say for instance I was 1200 horsepower and the car weighs 1200 kilograms. For every kilogram I can save, that's 1 horsepower. So if I can remove 10 kilograms, that's a free 10 horsepower. It's as much as that. If I remove 30, 40 kilograms out of the car with fiberglass doors and fiberglass boots, there's 40 horsepower. In fact, if anything, I think it's exponential. It actually goes the other way once you're past higher power to weight. So weight does make a big difference. It's not the same scenario in the 106 or my Mrs. Evoque because it's heavy compared to the power. However, weight does make a huge difference when you do make some decent power. As for weight, where could we remove the weight? I mean, it's all steel underneath here, underneath this fiberglass wings. It's all fully steel in here, around there. The full back end is still steel. This is all steel. These boots are quite heavy, glass boot as well. We would like to go fiberglass boot, fiberglass doors. I do like the electric windows in the car though. Still has all electrics everywhere, by the way. I do like electric windows. I'm not keen on plastic windows, so I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with that. We do have the crash bar here. These are quite heavy. You can pull these out, strip down the inner skins of the doors. Again, fiberglass is much lighter. These are really heavy doors. I reckon if I remove these doors, fiberglass plexi window, fiberglass the whole back end, I reckon I could pull 50, with the steel work as well, I reckon I could pull 80 kilograms out of this car. I think. 80 kilograms out of the car. Maybe a little bit more. But now I've got a shot at these scales, I'm just going to go a little bit mental, I think. Because you need to remove a lot to remove as much weight as you'd think. But yeah, weight can be removed. Oh, I should also mention, this is a full exhaust system, full 4-inch exhaust system as well. If I removed that, I could maybe pull 15 kilograms, 20 kilograms out of the car. So if we really did start chasing down times, we want to go faster, just whip the exhaust off. There's an extra 20 horsepower. So yeah. But as I mentioned, this video isn't for cutting apart and making it super lightweight. It was more just to capture the actual weight of the car. So that'll do it for this video. Stay safe, take care, and we'll catch you in the next one.